Hi, I'm Ryan, and my life is average. Reading my own fan fiction. Now, for those of you out there who are probably mostly guys who don't know what fan fiction is, well, let me tell you, it is stories that people make up on the internet where they write things usually about love interest or sexual fantasies and weird things. And I saw some other people on YouTube reading fan fiction, and I checked to see if there was any about me. And there was, so I figured, hey, let's react to it live. I have never looked at these, I just took screenshots of them, and I just read the title to know that they were about me. So these will be my live reactions to possibly very dirty fan fiction about myself. Viewer discretion is advised, but this should be entertaining either way. Okay, so this first fan fiction about me is called Ryan's Average Life Bus Driver Fanfic. I'm hoping I'm just like a SEPTA driver making a good amount of money and supporting a family. I don't think it's gonna go that way, but here we go. It was a sweltering day and I was waiting on the bus. I watched as the yellow school bus pulled up to the curb and the door opened. A gust of wind blowing my hair back. My eyes locked eyes with the bus driver. It was Ryan. It said he's had sex with Ashley and Kim. No one ever knew if it was true or not, but I myself was determined to find out. I walked my way up the steps, winking at him, then making my way to my seat. Okay, so apparently I am not only a bus driver, but a player. Maybe I am the driver of the bang bus or something, because I guess not much driving going on, just a lot of sexy time. I sat down in a seat alone, towards the middle. I looked into the rearview mirror and could feel his eyes bring into my skin. Today, I was going to find out whether or not he did bang his riders. The bus ride consisted of stolen glances from Ryan and myself. The bus pulled up to the school and he pulled the mic down. Will the person in seat R7 stay seated? I looked and saw it was my number and smiled. Here we go, I'm getting ready. She's gonna get an extra stop on the bus. Soon the bus was empty, and I made my way to the front. Yes, I said in an innocent voice. Don't play this game with me. We both know you've been a bad girl. I nodded, playing into his wicked game. Okay, what the fuck, man? We both know you've been a bad girl. What am I, Santa Claus? This is ridiculous. What's your name? YN. I said, biting my lip. I don't know if that's a code or something. He stood up and towered over me. I'm like barely 6 foot. I don't know if I'm a tower. He brought his lips close to my ear. Hot breath fanning over my skin, causing me to shiver. YN? Do you know what I want? I shook my head no as he pulled back. Close your eyes. I did as I was told. Hold out your hand. I reached out, palm facing upright. I wait anxiously, wanting to know what he would do to me. Then I felt something being placed in my hand. Oh my god, I hope it's candy. Open them. I opened my eyes to see a Snickers wrapper. Yes, it actually is candy. Okay. That's good. Now you have been a bad girl by leaving this one on the bus yesterday. If I catch you again, you will be suspended off the bus. Look at this. I'm not gonna harm her. I shook my head in confusion. Wait, you don't want to bang? He looked mortified. God, no. I take my job seriously. I balled the wrapper in my hand and walked off the bus. I could hear him behind me. And tell Ashley and Kim to pick up their trash too. This is not some garbage can. Yes! What an amazing ending. I'm super pumped. So, I didn't bang those girls. Okay, this wasn't bang bus. I wasn't trying to do anything to YN. And I'm about keeping the planet clean. Okay, this next fanfiction is called Heartbreaker. They know me too well. You know me. Go ahead. Rip my heart out, Ryan snapped, a lone salty tear cascading down his cheek. I like the way this writing is. It's very dramatic and poetic. No, he cut you off. This is what you wanted, right? This is what you were going for all along. I'm mad dramatic, by the way. I'm like cutting her off. Like, no. You shook your head. You two had been drifting apart for a fair amount of time, and you didn't know why. You had planned on letting him go, but you didn't want it to happen like this. Go ahead, he spat. Just get it over with. What, am I spitting all over the place? What is this? You complied, after one last moment of hesitation. Plunging your hand directly into his chest, feeling the wet warmth of his organ, pumping along steadily to continue blood flow. You grasped it firm. Is this bitch grabbing my heart? You grasped it firmly, the flesh flattening against your palm and squishing between your fingers. You pulled the structure out of his chest, dropping it on the hard cement next to you. Who is this? We could break up on better terms than that. You were greeted by the satisfying smack of the no longer pulsating flesh hitting the concrete. What the fuck? The girl is murdering me. You risked a glance back up at him. His eyes had lost animation completely. No shit, because you just killed me. The only energy remaining was in his dark green eyes, but even those were nearly void of life. Taking on an almost gray hue, he sunk down to his knees, his hand clutching at his chest, an emptiness he could never properly fill again. This is what you wanted, Rye, you insisted, your soft voice. He shook his head the slightest bit, just enough for you to see before he dropped even more, sprawling out on the already red-stained sidewalk. That's what love's all about, right? Wrong! Love is not about murdering someone in cold blood. I want to know everything about the girl that wrote this, okay? She's been watching too much Dexter or something, just ripping into my body. I would have accepted a text message breakup at that point. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. This last one is called Daddy Ryan. And I can't say that with a straight face. Ryan, are you here? You drop your bag onto the chair as you try to warm up from the snowstorm outside. You tried to take your snow jacket off, but quickly zipped it back up as you felt how cold the apartment was. That's true. Heating bills are expensive. Fuck, Ryan. Why is the heat off? It's a negative a million degrees out. Sounds like my dad. You heard shuffling in his bedroom, but no response. Your heart started beating fast as soon as it dawned on you that maybe someone broke in. You grabbed your heavy snow boot and slowly but quietly made your way to the bedroom. This bitch about to knock me out and steal my heart too? You were standing outside the door, trying to get the courage to open it, not really thinking about what would happen. Finally, you slowly open the door, just a crack so you can see it with one eye. You breathe a sigh of relief when you see it's just your boyfriend getting dressed in front of the mirror. Ryan, you scared the living shit out of me. Why didn't you answer when I was talking to you? He glanced over at you through the mirror, but didn't say a word. 'Cause I'm mysterious like that. You step closer once you realize he's getting dressed in a suit. He took his eyes off you and went back to his tie. Why are you getting all dressed up? It's freezing outside, babe, you tell him, giggling. He finishes adjusting his tie and straightens up his collar. What am I, Christian Grey? He kept ignoring you at this point. You were getting annoyed. You walk over and slightly pull his arm back. Ryan, I'm talking to... You were immediately cut off by Ryan, quickly pushing you against the wall, locking your arms on either side of your head. What did I fucking tell you to call me when I'm dressed up like this? Sorry, Daddy. He let go of your arms and stepped back. That's what I thought. I'm going to get a drink. When I come back, I want baby girl on the bed naked, okay? You nodded and he left the room. You quickly got undressed and sat on the bed. Your heart was still beating a mile a minute. You couldn't even feel the cold on your skin as you lay there. 5 minutes had gone by and Ryan still wasn't back. I was probably making food in the kitchen. You were craving his touch already, so you began to touch yourself. Earmuffs, kids. You were about to come when you feel your hand being ripped away. You open your eyes and see your boyfriend staring down at you. You're going to pay for that, he says loudly. Ugh. I don't know if I can keep going. You feel yourself grow extremely wet again. He lowers himself on the bed in between your legs. What am I, on a crane? I just imagine myself on a crane, like going like... You already know not to touch yourself without Daddy's permission, baby girl, he says. Kissing slowly along your thighs. You squirm and move your body closer to him, begging for contact. He smiles and shakes his head. He licks a stripe up your core, stopping to pay extra attention to your lady region, I'll just say. You moan loudly and tangle your fingers through his hair. He suddenly sticks 2 fingers, you know where that's gonna go, at an extremely quick pace. You squeal and pull on his hair, using the other hand to hold on to the bed sheets. Oh boy. You felt the familiar sensation building close to the edge when Ryan suddenly pulls away, breaking all contact. I told you you were going to pay. What am I, the sexual Terminator? He lifts you and turns you over the bed, instructing you to get on all fours. Now it's human centipede over here. You feel his tip teasing you at your entrance and moan. Your entrance. It's like a theme park. You felt the sensation once again building, your walls squeezing against his length. Daddy, I think I'm close. Not yet, baby girl. You bite your lip as you feel yourself getting closer to the edge. Now, Daddy. Okay, baby girl. Just as he responds, you reach your high. your legs shaking, him following close behind. You drop yourself onto the bed, too weak to move, and shut your eyes. Suddenly you feel a blanket over your body, an arm wrap around you. You open one eye and see Ryan pulling you to the side. He plants a kiss on your forehead and smiles. "Thanks, Daddy," you say, giggling as you close your eyes and take in his warmth. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Okay, guys, so there you have it. If you had lasted this long with me, congratulations. Sorry for that visual to the 50% of guys that watch this. I'm hurting just as much as you are. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like because I am mentally scarred from that. And comment down below which one of those three was your favorite. I like the bus driver one because at least I was like a good person at the end. That's it for me. As always, I will see you guys here next Friday or Saturday. And hey, stay average. And don't let anyone rip your heart out of your chest, literally, because you will die. Like me.